United Labour Party, the ULP, returns to power in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. St. Vincent and the Grenadines assumes presidency of the United Nations Security Council. Heavy rainfall causes flooding in some CARICOM member states, and CARICOM Energy Month gets underway. These are the top stories in this week's edition of CARICOM News Time. I am Michelle Nurse. Thanks for joining us. We begin by telling you about the victorious party in elections held on Thursday, the 5th of November in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
I, Ralph E. Gonsalves, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to St. Vincent and Grenadines, that I will uphold and defend the Constitution and the laws of St. Vincent and Grenadines, and I will conscientiously and impartially discharge my responsibilities to the people of St. Vincent and Grenadines. So help me God. Oath of office. I, Ralph E. Gonsalves, do swear that I will well and truly serve the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the office of Prime Minister. So help me God. Oath of secrecy. I, Ralph E. Gonsalves, being elected Prime Minister, do swear that I will not on any account or at any time disclose counsel, advice, opinion, or vote of any particular minister, and that I will not accept the authority of the Cabinet, and to such extent as may be required for the good management of the affairs of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, directly or indirectly reveal the business or proceedings of the Cabinet, or the nature or content of any document communicated to me as Prime Minister, or any matter coming to my knowledge in that capacity. So help me God.
Vincentian Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves taking the oath of office after leading his Unity Labour Party to victory in general elections on the 5th of November. His party took 9 of the 15 seats at stake to win itself a 5th consecutive term in office. The other 6 seats went to the main opposition New Democratic Party, led for the first time by lawyer Dr. Godwin Friday. The 9-6 outcome changed the 8-7 results from the last 2 elections of 2015 and 2010. A CARICOM observation mission led by Antonison King of Antigua and Barbuda in a preliminary report declared the elections free and fair and reflecting the will of the people. CARICOM Secretary General Ambassador Erwin LaRock joined CARICOM heads of government in offering congratulations to Prime Minister Gonsalves on the historic electoral achievement.
CARICOM Energy Month got underway on the 2nd of November with a virtual panel discussion. The month is being observed under the theme Resilient Community, Energy at the Center. Mr. Joseph Cox, CARICOM Assistant Secretary General, in a message to mark the occasion, said energy is central to building a prosperous and resilient Caribbean community.
For CARICOM, energy sits at the center. Welcome to CARICOM Energy Month. We're under the theme, A Resilient Community, Energy at the Center. Our region will take stock of progress and realign efforts towards the goal of providing businesses and citizens with access to affordable, adequate, safe, and clean energy services. Energy is indeed central to the building of a prosperous and resilient Caribbean community.
Experts on the panel discussed the region's path to a sustainable climate-resilient future and looked at issues including energy financing, technology, and capacity. Activities will be held throughout the month, and they're aimed at raising awareness about what is occurring in the regional energy sector. More details on the activities can be found at energy.caricom.org and at secre.org and on all our social media platforms. While lifting concerns about drought in the region, heavy rains across the Caribbean in the past weeks have caused extensive flooding in some countries. Heavy rainfall was reported in countries including Jamaica, Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, and Barbados. On the 4th of November, Guyana's Civil Defense Commission activated its National Emergency Operations Center after 8 to 10 inches of water inundated roads and homes in parts of the country's coastland. The Operations Center immediately examined the possibility of shelters in regions that have been affected by the weather. In Jamaica, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said recent rainfall damage on the island was estimated at close to $2 billion, but from what he has seen and what has been reported, that estimate will certainly rise. The rains caused flooding, landslides, and land slippages and made some roads impassable. Over in Trinidad and Tobago, persistent rains inundated several areas in the south of the country. There are reports that some homes were affected and there was a partial collapse of a roadway and drain wall. The Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service had issued an adverse weather alert yellow level on the 2nd of November, warning residents in South Trinidad of heavy showers and flash flooding. Barbados was also drenched by heavy rains over consecutive days as a tropical wave affected the island late last month. There are reports of nearly 10 inches of rain beating down on sections of the island, badly affecting the farming community and forcing the closure of at least one school. St. Vincent and the Grenadines assumed the month-long presidency of the United Nations Security Council on the 1st of November. On the St. Vincent and the Grenadines presidency, the Security Council aims to address contemporary challenges such as pandemics, environmental challenges, climate change and its security consequences, and the nexus between development and peace and security. The Security Council agenda for November will feature a high-level meeting on contemporary drivers of conflict and insecurity, such as climate change and underdevelopment.
It is a historic occasion, a moment for our country, and it comes on the heels of our 41st anniversary of our acclamation of independence in 1979. We're the smallest country ever to sit on the United Nations Security Council. And of course, assuming the presidency is an especial honor. And we are immensely proud to bring our unique perspective to the discussions and to make our contribution to the maintenance of international peace and security.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines was officially elected as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council and officially assumed its position on the 2nd of January 2020 until the 31st of December 2021. The CARICOM member state is the smallest country to hold the presidency of the important UN body. Antigua and Barbuda and Dominica celebrated their independence anniversaries on the 1st and 3rd of November, respectively. Antigua and Barbuda held their observances under the theme, One Purpose, One Vision, One Nation. In a message to Prime Minister Gaston Brown of Antigua and Barbuda, CARICOM Secretary General Ambassador Erwin LaRocque says the country has made remarkable progress in 39 years, which is the result of hard work by our resolute people in their quest for growth, sustainable development, and the well-being of the country. He notes that the community has benefited from Antigua and Barbuda's invaluable contribution to integration. Within the CARICOM quasi-cabinet, Antigua and Barbuda has responsibility for the services sector. Dominica's 42nd independence anniversary was held under the theme Embracing New Opportunities. Secretary General LaRocque says the theme is a resounding call to all Dominicans to look towards the future as they overcome the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic and undertake initiatives that will aid the country's drive for resilience and sustainable development. He referred to Dominica's role in regional integration. Dominica holds responsibility for labor, including the movement of skills in the community. these and other stories, visit the CARICOM news site at today.caricom.org or the CARICOM website at caricom.org. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please continue to be safe and see you next time.